A lot of my customers I've been cutting for a really long time, and so we just have like the kind of like that friend basis where it's just like, hey, what's going on, man? How's your week? Good. Okay. Same old, same old. Okay, cool. How you want same old? Okay. It's just really the same old, same old. It's not. I don't cut new people really. I mean, every now and then, like last week, I had one guy come from, I believe he came from London or somewhere in the UK, and then the other dude came from Australia, and another dude came from Ohio, and they had booked with me like about a month in advance, and so people like that, it's cool because I don't ever really cut new people. So when I do, I like to talk to them. But when it's my clients, my normal ones, I've been cutting them for years. I already know pretty much the answer to the question I'm going to ask them before I even ask them. Most of them just work. They just, take care of their families. They're just family guys just like me. They just work hard, take care of their business, and come get their hair cut by Vick. It's nothing, nothing crazy.
So it's just maintenance work.
Yeah, it's just maintenance, get cleaned up, make sure they look okay for their weekend with their family, whether they go to church, whether they, going on a trip, whatever it is. But it's just real low key, just simple, nothing crazy.
Okay, so you're focusing on your other stuff more, the educational stuff.
No, I definitely still put in my time behind the chair. Like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'll put in anywhere from 12 to 14 hours straight. Like most of the time I won't even take a break. I'll just drink some coffee, snack on something real quick, but for the most part, so those are like my days that I really, really bust my butt in here and cutting hair. But yes, I am starting to focus more on, all my other ventures more as far as, my products and, my online YouTube and everything like that. But as far as me and my clients, we're mostly all just friends. So it's not like, like I said, it's not like I have to prove myself to these guys. They love me. They've been getting their hair cut by me for years. Before I was the great the YouTube barber, Vick the Barber. I was just normal Vick in the barbershop cutting hair, and most of them, yeah. So
okay, so you're not kind of specializing in any style or experimenting with anything. You're just
if hair, every now and then somebody will come in, show me a picture from Instagram from some barber, and they'll be like, hey, can you do this on me? And I'll do it. And I'll do it exactly how they showed me, if not maybe even a bit better. But, other than that, it's just, I'm not really into the trend. If that's kind of what you're asking? Like, I'm not into like making these new haircuts because really it's all been done before. I mean, if you show me a haircut that you want, a certain kind of line or part with a fade behind it, whatever, I'll do it. It's not a problem. I can do any haircut, any freestyle design. I pretty much stay away from portraits and stuff like that. I don't do the faces and the heads because of my 8 to 10 years as a barber, I've never once had a client come in and ask me to do a portrait on their head. And so the only people that get designs are kids. I don't ever have any grown men come in and go, hey, can you do this design? I see other people's Instagrams with like 35-year-old dudes getting designs. I'm like, where do you guys live at? Out here in California, people don't do stuff like that. I'm sure it's more conservative where you are too. People just don't do. So it's kind of like, but you got the barbers in LA, they do all that flashy stuff, a lot of those guys, and, other parts. But see, that stuff was real popular here like 5 years ago where I live in San Jose. Well, now I'm in Morgan Hill, but at the time, 5-6 years ago, that stuff was real popular. But now, like, people are just really on their games, out here. They're just straight businessmen. So they're not going to go around walking around with some lines in their hair. So you better just know how to do some regular haircuts. You know what I mean? So.
Okay. And tell me a bit about when do you still battle?
As far as haircutting goes? I haven't, but I mean, I'm down to. I will.
Okay.
I was thinking about calling some barbers out actually, just because I just feel like there's a lot of fakers out there that they act like they can cut real good hair online on their Instagram, but you'll never see them put a YouTube video up because if they put a YouTube video up, they'll get exposed. You know what I'm saying? So, but there's a lot of these barbers painting in the hairlines, making everything. It's like, come on, you know what I mean? So there's been times where I want to call people out because I come from a battling background where there's graffiti, dancing, breakdancing. I mean, I come from that era, so I definitely got battling in my heart. But I haven't entered any battles lately, but all the battles that I've entered, I have won. I've won first place, but this last one that I entered in, I got a little disappointed because I clearly won the battle, and I didn't get first place. I didn't get second place. They gave me third place, and when I got that, I lost to a kid that's in barber college, won, and then the guy who won first place, he doesn't even compare to me in cutting hair. You look at his Instagram, you'll be like, what? This guy beat Vick? So it's like when I seen that, I was kind of like, yeah, I see where this is going. People don't want to just keep giving me the first place. You know what I mean? They're gonna start kind of pushing me off. I see how it is. It's good. I'm not worried about it. It's not gonna hurt me. I'm not gonna enter battles and put myself in that position where I could lose to somebody that's not even on my level, and then that's tarnishing my name at the same time. You know what I mean? There's no way I lost. If I lose, I'll be honest with myself, like, dang, this dude killed it, he beat me, but I know I didn't lose.
Was there preparation for these battles, or you just rock up and do your thing?
Yeah, no, I just do what I do. I've been doing this so long, it's like second nature to me. There's not even a question. I know exactly what I'm doing when I go out there, and I'm confident because I've been on stages, whether it's for my dancing, for barbering, I've been in front of people talking. I mean, it's not like I go up there and I'm like a chicken with my head cut off. I'm confident. I finish my haircut when I'm at these when I have competed in these battles. I finish my haircut before they even start the countdown. When the other guys are still racing to clean up the neck and take the drape off and clean up, and I'm already done. I've already undraped my client and snapped my drape, and I leave that and I put that statement out there like, this is nothing. You know what I mean? My client's all clean. There's no blood. There's no cut marks from the razor in the design. Nothing. It's all clean.
So when you're doing these haircuts where you're beating your competition to the line, if you like, it's slow and steady as opposed to.
Yeah. It's just second nature to me. I have it planned out. Like a lot of guys will wait till the end to clean up the neck. I'll clean up the neck and do all that stuff first, so I don't have to worry about that after. Stuff like that. I'll do the lineup. I'll make sure it's nice and clean. I'll do that first, and then I'll go and do the design, and then I can just sit there and focus on the design. Say I'm like halfway through, I'll get at one of the judges. I'll be like, hey, how much more time we have left if they haven't been announcing it, and then I'll just, we got 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Okay, cool. I'm gonna blast all the way through this then easily. So that's how I do it. I just go in confident, do what I do, and make sure everything's clean. And because a lot of times I judge battles, and the haircut will be great, but there'll be all kinds of neck hair, or there'll be cuts with blood in them from them using the razor inside the design. And at that point, I'm kind of like, the haircut's good, but what about everything else? Like, you're gonna let your client have blood? That shows right there that you're just not really on point to me. Blood in the design or in the shave or anything like that. It's one thing for a little bit of nick, when you shave somebody, but I'm talking about like a straight slice, you know what I mean? And stuff like that I kind of dock points for when I judge battles. So I make sure that when I battle, what I think it is too, to reiterate about, how I lost that battle. As you can see, I'm really hurt about it. No, I'm just kidding. A lot of times they look at me like I shouldn't be entering the battles because my name is so big out there. It's like, why are you entering the battles? You should just be, judging the battles, and that's it. So I think that that's maybe one of the reasons too why they kind of sweeped me off that one, just so they'll be like, you shouldn't be entering these no more. You gotta let these other guys do it. You just judge it. But hey, I like to battle too. You know what I mean? I don't put myself on that pedestal like these other celebrity barbers out there that think they're somebody. I'll battle anybody. I don't care. I like that competition. I'm all about that. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. Healthy competition is good for you. Keeps you on your toes. It keeps you, a lot of these guys, they get soft after a while because they ain't done no competition. They got big. Their name got big before they ever even had to build their name. See me, my name is already big, but I'll still go out there and I'll slay them. Like I'll still go out there and I'll battle, no problem. Like I'm not fearful. I will battle any barber out there. What I do though, I won't do, like I said, I don't do the portraits, nothing like that, but I'll battle anybody when it comes to fades, tapers, scissor work, freestyle design, stuff like that. So.
And what, you've got a new product about to launch. Tell me about that new product.
Well, I've done already like kind of like a soft launch where I've been selling them, but
What's it called?
just Timeless. My barbershop brand, Timeless. So I have Timeless styling gel, I have Timeless shave gel, I have Timeless aftershave. I have a couple new products. I'm going to be coming out with a 360 wave nourishment for basically for ethnic hair, like for waves and stuff. Kind of like a, just like a scalp, a good scalp conditioning wave building product that basically, kind of like a Murray's, but without the wax, the heavy wax feeling of it. This is all natural ingredients in it. There's no petroleum, nothing like that. It's just all natural, like shea butter, coconut oil, different things, just a bunch of different ingredients. And at the aftershave, like I said, I'm gonna eventually come out with a shampoo. I already have like all the ingredients and everything set. I'm just slowly but surely coming out with my stuff. Because again, I'm doing it all on my own. I'm not, I don't have an investor. It's just me. And I believe in walking slowly rather than trying to walk fast and then having to take steps backwards. The book, I just actually finished the last chapter recently. I wrote the whole book in actually 2 weeks. It was crazy because certain chapters that I was writing, I was literally like shedding tears when I was writing this, because it's partly about my journey as a barber and what to do and what not to do, mistakes I've made that I don't want other people to make. And so, but that's how you learn how to become a champion or successful in anything that you do. You have to make mistakes. Either that or you have to learn from somebody else's mistakes. And in my case, there were some things that I just had to go through, different mistakes that I had to make in order for me to grow and get where I'm at. So, I put all that stuff in the Barber Bible. That's what the book's called. And were you gonna say something?
I was going to say, so what is the benefit to the reader?
The benefit to the reader is it's basically from A to Z, everything that you're going to come in contact as a barber. Like, it starts you off with, going to barber college. I know with you guys out in the UK, you don't really have to go to barber college to, cut hair, but over here you do. Maybe one day you won't have to, I don't know. But, I start you off as just basically a person that picks up this book. Just like my DVDs, you can pick up my DVD and learn how to cut when you've never even picked up a clipper before. It might take you some time, but you're going to learn. And it's the same thing with this book. I tried to make it as simple as possible to follow along. And just, like I said, I like to keep things simple. So it's like a lot of people like to make it complicated because they want to make it seem like they're doing something so magnificent. And it is a magnificent thing to create a DVD, to create a book, and do all this stuff. But you should try to make things as simple as possible for people to follow along. And that's what I did. I pretty much just made it just a guide for people. You could literally pick this book up and go, okay, I got to go to barber college. What is it going to do? How am I going to find the best barber college? What are things I want to look for in a barber college? And if it has this, and this, I don't want to go to that barber college. And then it takes you on to finding your own shop. Finding your first barbershop to work in. It takes you into how to save your money. I did a video recently on YouTube called Barbers and Money, and that's actually a chapter from the book. It's Barbers and Money. So it just chapter by chapter, it's just step by step, how to get you from point A to point B, C, D, E, and you could stop at any one. You don't have to be a shop owner. You don't have to be, an educator, but it's definitely something that if that's a route that you want to take, this book will show you how to get there. It'll show you how to get as far as you want to get. And I also have a chapter in the book called Time to Build Others. So basically it goes from going to barber college, getting out of barber college, passing your test, getting into your first shop, learning how to deal with people, how to deal with clientele. It goes into building clientele, and then it goes into, taking the next step, which is maybe something that, like I said earlier, something that barbers don't want to do. Maybe they don't want to ever have the responsibility of owning their own shop, because it is a big responsibility. You're responsible for other people at this point. And I personally believe every person on this earth is responsible for themselves, but at the end of the day, anytime you own a business, you are responsible for other people. So it talks about how to build other people, how to build your brand, how to market your brand, how to, just become successful as a barber in every way, shape, or form, I believe. And it's pretty much everything that I've done to get where I've gotten, and things that I've learned from different books and different teachers out there that have nothing to do with barbering. A lot of times, like I said earlier about the YouTube, I study people that have nothing to do with barbering, and I apply their techniques and their tips and principles to my life and my, what it is that I do. And I believe that that's what gives me a little bit of an edge on people. Is I'm not worried about what all these barbers are doing. I want to focus on, how did that CEO of, Microsoft, or how did this guy become so successful at this, and how can I apply that to my barbering brand, rather than, what did so-and-so do to get his barbershops all over the world. I don't care what he did, because I want to go bigger and harder than that. So I'm not going to focus on what he did. I'm going to focus on what this guy did to build this Fortune 500 company. And that's the same thing I did with my YouTube. Because I didn't look at what other barbers were doing. I got inspired by other barbers to make YouTube videos. But the reason why I passed them up, I'm not saying that with cockiness, just, saying that with humility, was because I studied YouTube channels of people that had well over, hundreds of thousands of subscribers. And I looked at what they did, and I applied it to my barbering page, and then that's why I'm by far the most subscribed to barber on YouTube.
You basically lead by example.
Yes.
But pull from other bigger sources.
That's exactly right, because you gotta, at the end of the day, you gotta think. You can't think locally. If you want to think, if you just, barbershops, don't get me wrong, are all about community. They're all about, that's what it's really all about. It's all about the community, servicing the public within your community where you're at. But if you want to make it to that level of success where, you're worldwide, you're all over, you're everywhere, your shops or whatever, your business, whatever it is everywhere. It's in every country, it's in every state. Like Starbucks, for instance. It's like you have to think globally. You can't think locally. If you think locally, you're always just going to be that little local coffee shop. So one guy decided to create Starbucks and decided to think globally, and now look, you got Starbucks on every corner of every intersection. You got one right here and one across the street. I'm just kidding. But so obviously you have to have that vision, and it's not for everybody. That's another point that I make in my book, that it's not for everybody to be, this ambitious. But if you want to be this ambitious, it can happen for you, because it happened for me. So that's all I pretty much, it's more of just motivation and, giving people some hope out there. Because there was a time when I felt like I had no hope, so I wanted to make a book that people could read and have hope and be like, man, it's really this simple? Because it is that simple. You just have to believe in yourself. You know what I mean? We're going to have fears, we're going to have doubts. There's doubts, there's even parts where I'm like, man, nobody's going to read this damn book. Nobody's going to buy this DVD. Nobody's gonna, but it's like, only time will tell, for one. And for two, when you put that burning desire and you put that, that much thought and effort and energy into whatever it is that you're doing, people are going to buy it. People are going to, as long as you think, like if you're thinking to yourself, people are not going to buy my product, or people are not going to, want to pick up my DVD or whatever it is, not going to want to come to my barbershop, you're already paving that, you're already sending that signal out to the people out there, and they're not going to buy your DVD, they're not going to buy your product, they're not going to
creating the exit.
Yeah, you're already sending that signal. What you want to do is send that signal of positivity. Even when things don't go your way, you always stay positive. There's actually a good book. It's called The Power of Positive Thinking. It's a really old book. It's by a man named Dr. Norman Vincent Peale. You've heard of that book?
Yeah, no,
okay.
I've read that.
That's a good book. I mean, it's more than positive thinking. There's a lot more to it. You got to be strategic, but it starts with positive thinking. You can be strategic as you want, but if you're not positive behind the strategies, like I said, you're just sending off that negative frequency, and nobody's gonna buy your book. But if you have that burning desire in your heart that people are gonna buy your product, whatever it may be, come to your barbershop, sit in your chair, whatever it is, and you have that positive outlook and that positive vibration, people are going to come, success is going to come. It's just a matter of time. You
The
just
Bible
got to.
says it succinctly.
Yeah, the Bible's the
According to your
greatest.
faith,
Yeah.
it's done unto you.
Yes, and the Bible's the greatest motivational book ever made. And that's where a lot of these guys get all their stuff from, the Bible. They just reword it and twist it, and that's fine. You know, it's fine because, you know, at the end of the day, some people might not want to read the Bible, but they still need some motivation. Man, it's crazy what's going on up in here. Well, I've always wanted to have my own little, not necessarily my own barbershop, but I mean, obviously I have my shop, and I'm opening up another one pretty soon. But I always wanted like my own little space, but I didn't want it to be an actual shop. I wanted it to be, you know, just something like I can literally come in here and sit down and just read while the guys are cutting hair out there. I can, you know, and I definitely wanted something that, you know, I could film my own videos in where it would be totally different than what everybody else is doing, as far as, you know, everybody putting videos on YouTube now and everybody's making DVDs. I wanted my own filming room. I wanted my own room that I could come to and just think and, you know, just, you know, you would not even believe the things that I've come up with in this room, like my ideas and stuff. It seems like when I come in here, it's like I just have this energy that just stays in here, and as soon as I walk in, it's like you could tell it's a totally different energy from in here to, you know, outside battle.
Since I came in.
Yeah, and it's just, it's only gonna get better. You know, I've got more stuff that I need to hang up, and you know, I got more pictures, and there's different stuff that I want to put up that I haven't had time to. But for the most part, this is what it is right here. I love this room. This is like, you know, this is just my little home sweet home. I could live in here, you know what I mean? Not literally, but like I could just be in here all day. My wife calls me sometimes, I'm in here just, you know, dusting off little things, and she's like, you've been there for 3 hours. When are you gonna come home? I'm like, I don't want to come home. I just want to sit in here all day. No, but you know, I created this room, you know, for myself, for my clients, and for filming, mainly for filming for YouTube, because I want to bring that value. I just always, like I said earlier, I might not have started off with the best camera equipment. I might not have started off with, you know, all the glitz and glam or whatever, but my main goal and everything is just to keep going forward. And I feel like this was a big step for me. You know, no other barber has their own filming, recording studio. None. Now maybe they will because they've seen me do it, you know, but nobody has it. And so I feel like, you know, it's just a big step for me. It's not like it costs a whole bunch of money. It cost, you know, it's just, it's not like it's something that's impossible or anything like that for anybody to do. It's just, I just felt like it was something that I needed to do for me, for my YouTube channel, for my clients. And like I said, I just get really inspired, and that's my main reason for putting up Bruce Lee and Albert Einstein, and that's my WYB. Got Muhammad Ali. I got Steve Jobs going up there. I got all kinds of guys going up there. I already got the pictures. I just haven't had time to frame them. But you know, for the most part, those are the people that I draw my ideas from. Not necessarily from them, but just looking at them. Like, you could just look at that Einstein picture, and you could just tell, like, he was just thinking about some crazy stuff at all times. And I'm not saying I'm any type of Einstein or anything like that, but I definitely like to think that I'm, you know, a deep thinker, and I think a lot, and I always try to come up with different ideas and different concepts for different things. You know, not so much haircuts anymore, more just different things, like ideas for different kinds of businesses and stuff. Alright everybody, it's Vick the Barber here, and I hope you enjoyed this content. I hope you enjoyed this interview with my good friend Larry the Barberman. Take it easy, have a good day, peace.